Good Tuesday morning. Autism spectrum disorder is a neurological disorder that affects how people communicate, how they learn, how they interact with other people. And sometimes people see it as a handicap. But I think the people that I know who have been labeled autistic and on a spectrum are some of the most loving, sensitive young men and women that I have ever encountered. My grandson, Tiaji, is one. I met another young man, 22, this weekend, named Frank. He walked up to me with the biggest smile and said, "God is love." And I said, "I love your shirt." And he said, "I love your shirt." Both of our shirts had verses on them. And he said, "You love God?" I said, "I do." And he showed me, he said, "My mom is over there." And I said, "Good." I said, "Well, would you like a lifesaver?" He took the lifesaver and he said, "You have a card?" I gave him the card. And I saw him as he brought his mother back over. And she said, he likes to draw too. And while we were talking, he had kind of moved over the side a little bit, checking out the next display. And the lady sold jewelry, so she had a mirror. And I saw him in the mirror doing this. I said, "Oh, and he's trying to make sure his hair looks good too." And she said, "Yeah, he loves the ladies." But then he came back over and he said, "Frank, would you show Miss Sharon your drawings?" And she looked at me and said, "He loves to draw. He draws freehand, and it's really good. And he loves to give them out to people to make them feel better." And I said, "My grandson does that too. He's a great artist." So I think the point that I'm trying to get to is James 1:17 says, "Every good and perfect gift comes from God above." God has given us different gifts. Even in the church, in 1 Corinthians 12 and Romans 12, it's all about the different gifts, yet there is one body. The church is the body of Christ. Somebody may be a better singer, another a better usher, another a better deacon, another an encourager, maintenance, janitorial, administrative. There are so many parts. As we have arms, legs, fingers, we have organs on the inside. And those on the inside are really more important than these on the outside because they keep us going. The Lord is saying, "I made each of you. And each of you are important." It's a reminder is don't pass by people. Don't label people. So much of the news now is Democrat, Republican, this side, that side. God made each of us. He's very aware of our shortcomings and the gifts and talents that he's given us. Let's encourage one another, build one another up. That's what our gifts are for. And perhaps I may not be as tech savvy as you, but there's something else that the Lord has given me. Maybe you're a better listener, but there's something else the neighbor has. And when we put them all together, we're one, united. James 1:17. Frank and Tiaji remind me of God's goodness. People may look and label, but to me, they have the heart of God. I can see God's love. So I don't see imperfections. And I think that's the way the Lord wants us to look at one another. Will you try that today? I pray that you will have a terrific Tuesday and that you remember how much the Lord loves us and that he really wants us to love one another. And God willing, I'll see you the next day. Bye.